Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello. It is Thursday, January 23rd, 2025, and my name is Jennifer Cotton. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Midlothian, Texas, and that means I teach people how to make greeting cards, scrapbook pages, gift packaging, and more with stamp, ink, paper, and lots of cool tools. So, good morning and welcome. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you very much. Lori said it's -1 degrees today, better than the last few days. LOL. That's crazy, Lori. So good morning, everybody. Welcome. Thank you for being here. I hope everyone is warm and doing good. I see Xana, first one here over on Facebook. Hello, Xana. Lori in Minnesota liked and shared. Mary Jo, chilly upstate New York. Good morning, Mary Jo. And Robin, good morning, sunshine. Terry, good morning to you. Lori, good morning. Becky, good morning. Cindy, good morning. Hilda, good morning. Good to see everybody here. Thank y'all for watching. As you come on, feel free to say hi. My name is Jennifer Cotton. I have been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator now for 23 years. And I do this as a full-time business. So I offer lots of things that you can participate in, including these weekly free videos. And yeah, so thank you for watching, liking, thumbs up, hearts. You can click those little thumbs up and hearts on your device on Facebook. And you can also do a thumbs up next to the live chat over on YouTube. Of course, you can subscribe and follow and turn on notifications and all that stuff as well. And let me put this graphic up real quick. Just a reminder, I will add timestamps to this video later today manually over on YouTube. So that will allow you to skip around to the part of the video that you want to go to. And tomorrow I'll add a link right up here that will take you straight to my blog, which is stamptherapist.com. Thank you for the hearts. So there you go. I will do that for you. And Christine, good morning. It's been a minute, Christine. It's 14 degrees in Rhode Island. It is 34 degrees in Midlothian, Texas right now, but it's going to be warmer today. So let me check I gotta fix my camera here. It's giving me the face. There we go. Isn't that better? Y'all like that filter? What was I going to say? It's going to warm up to like the 50s today and then get warmer the rest of the week. So I don't know about the rest of the country, but we are warming up here in Texas. But I will be going to Galveston for a crafting cruise on Saturday. So it can get as cold as it wants, in my opinion, here in Midlothian. I know Terry says, wow, that's cold, right? -1. Crazy. I was on the back porch earlier getting the dogs in, and I was like, this is ridiculously cold out here. It felt like I was in a freezer. Xana says afternoon as it may be. That's right, Xana. Over in the UK, it's afternoon. Oma, good morning. You'll be here till you have to leave for class. Darn chilly there as well in the UK. Awesome weather, beach weather, right, Christine? And Lori, I did not get snow. Actually, everybody to the south got snow. My sister-in-law in Houston, Galveston got snow apparently, which is all like toward the ocean. But where I live, we didn't get any snow this time, or ice or nothing. We just got cold. Carmen, good morning. Sue, good morning. Rosemary, good morning in Long Island. All right. Okay, so I'm going to get started. Today is the craft along, so I need to, I'm not going to talk as long as I do normally. We'll get to the stamping faster because it takes longer. So what the craft along is when I advertise this ahead of time and you have the opportunity to purchase the class packet from me, and then I mail it out and hopefully you receive it in time. You know, we can't guarantee the post office, but and then you can actually make the cards that I'm making today right along with me. So that's what today is. But if you didn't purchase it, you get to watch me make the cards and you can copy them. I will post the links and stuff over on my blog, stamptherapist.com. not the links, the pictures and measurements and recipe cards and all that stuff. So it's still a free class, but you could have purchased the packet that looks like this, but it came with a bunch of other stuff. You could have purchased that ahead of time to have it and craft with me. So I'll be making 4 cards instead of 3, and I will be doing more step-by-step with them, like possibly scoring or cutting designer paper or whatever. So it takes a little longer. Now, if you missed out on that craft along, never fear. I have an opportunity for you to get this class packet with the designer paper cut and the ribbon supplied mailed to you with an order after this event. So I'll tell you about that in a second. I'm reading my notes because I'm like mixed up on craft along days because it's different than my regular videos. Okay, so make sure you are on my email list. You can join that right now up here in Facebook, down here in YouTube, to get notified about my other upcoming events and things I offer, or join my VIP Facebook group, and I have links to that as well. But I'll quickly talk about the events I offer, just again, not as detailed as normal, but all of my events are going to include your PDF tutorial, step-by-step detailed instructions. Anyone in the US can take the class packets. We cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything possible unless otherwise stated. You'll probably need to own the featured bundle so you can die cut that stuff out. You'll cut your own designer paper if that is included with the fee, but we cut everything else. And if you live outside of the US or you just want tutorials only, anyone in the world can purchase the tutorials, but my team gets those for free. Okay, so there's that part. I'm going to check the next graphic. Yeah. So every month I have 4 classes: card, scrapbook, Stamp a Stack, and sampler. 3 of them are subscription clubs you can join. Stamp a Stack of 8 cards. Sampler, which is actually wall art. I'm calling it wall art now. Like these 12 by 12 pieces you see right here on the wall. Those are some older ones. And scrapbooking. So go to my blog and check out the details. Go to events, or go to the 2 links about the clubs at the very top. Events, join the club, and you can read all about those events. I will have the details for the February classes out in February. I haven't picked them yet as far as themes, but I do these classes every single month in person and to go. So if you're local, you can attend in person on February 15th. I think that's the correct date, and mailed by February 17th if you take it to go. Let me check the calendar real quick. I don't know why that sounds weird, but yep, that's the correct date. And what else? Card class is 4 cards for $20 free with a $20 order. And then I have the wall art and sampler classes include $20 in merchandise. They are a club you can join, but you can take it as a single class as well. If you join the club, you will get a gift after 6 consecutive months. You will get occasional monthly gifts. You can add on those bundles at a discount each month if you choose. Get the PDF tutorial, and they include $20 or more in merchandise. You can cancel that club anytime, and you save $2 if you're in club. So that's for Stamp a Stack, which is cards, 8 cards, and sampler or wall art clubs. And in Scrapbook Club, I have 2 to choose from. Traditional, designed by me, $30, includes over $20 in merchandise. Again, you save $2. If you take it as a single class, it's $32. And you'll make 2 12 by 12 pages each month and have over 20 in merchandise and lots of leftovers. Or you can do the workshop kit of the month, where we use the Stampin' Up designed workshop kits, and sometimes you get some extra product in there as well. So all of that info is on the blog, stamptherapist.com. Let me put it on the screen real quick. Stamptherapist.com. And that's where you can learn about all of my upcoming events. Now, I haven't updated the February events yet, but the descriptions and prices are the same. So hopefully that makes sense. Let me go to comments. I saw some, I think. Yes, Nancy, good morning. Sue, I thought you would be on your cruise. Oh, thank you, Sue. Great surprise. Yes, I'm very excited. We leave the ship leaves Sunday, but we're leaving Saturday. We're gonna have dinner Saturday night, and we're gonna have lots of fun. So we're excited. Okay, club. Sorry, I'm just literally reading my notes here. I already talked about those two things. What I'm going to talk about next is retreats. I do offer retreats in person and to go with my retreat partner and cruise partner, April McCrite. And so you can come join us in person March or August or both 2025 in Temple, Texas, 8-foot table, tons of lighting. Use our supplies to do your 10 or more make and takes, get gifts, get a bag, $50 in product, meals, a bed to sleep in. It's awesome. You get to use our stuff if you take the optional classes versus supplying it yourself, and you get to hang out with really cool crafters. These will be offered to go as well, and hopefully April and I will be determining what we're going to use this coming week as we're together on the cruise. France, I thought about you this week as well. I was redoing name lanyards, and I used last year's whatever document form, I can't think of the word, file to redo name lanyards for this year. And I was like, oh, France is not going to be there. I'm going to miss her. So yes, we're going to miss all of our people from last year's cruise that are not there this year. Okay, so what was I talking about? We have those retreats, and then if you didn't get to come on this cruise, sign up for next year. It's January 26, 2020, January 25th, 2026 on Harmony of the Seas out of Galveston, Texas. You're going to get gifts and classes and meet lots of cool people and get a t-shirt, have an optional swap, get lots of food, get to mingle, get half a crop table, get class tables, and it's just fun. So also we get a group rate, so you'll save money. You'll get the cheapest rate possible to cruise on that sailing with our group rate. And you can work with our travel agents on what kind of cabin you want and all that. That will determine your price for the cruise portion. Then not everybody has to take the crafting, so you can bring your spouse, your friend, your partner, your kids, niece, nephew, aunts, uncles, whoever you like. You can bring them, and they don't have to craft. They don't have to pay for that portion. Dee, good morning. We're getting excited. Okay, so check it out. I have links to check out the info for the cruise in the video right now. So, or if it's not there on Facebook, it'll be there when I'm finished. So check that out and join us on the next cruise. You have a really long time to pay it out if you sign up right now for next year's cruise, and you can pay $50 here, $100 there, $10, like until the deadline of when the payment is due. Okay, so make sure you're on my email list. I will send out an email at 1 p.m. today. Most of the links for the stuff I've talked about will be to sign up or get info will be in that email. And it will also tell you about how you can get today's class for free, which I'll tell you about in a minute as well. I'm going to talk about specials real quick. Stampin' Up! Has, of course, celebration is going on. Every time you place an, oh, sorry. Let me talk about this. I am offering a free event called Celebration. This is a special offer. Any orders you place with me between January and February 28th, 2025 of $180 more total. So I'll add them all up. And if it adds up to 180 or more, and I picked that amount so you could earn some free stuff, by the way. But 180 or more, you're going to earn a free virtual event from me that will happen in March or April. So if you place the orders, you get it. Or if you host a qualified party, $150 or more, you earn some free stuff from Stampin' Up. You get bonus free stuff at a $300 party, even more than normal, like over $60 in free stuff just for gathering your friends and letting me teach them how to stamp. And you can earn free stuff. Or if you join my team, if you do any of those during celebration, which is January and February, when you get free gifts for every $60 spent, no limit, tons of gifts to choose from. You can double up on certain gifts, whatever you want to do. you will earn that free event from me. Okay, so then my next screen is, I wish I could see it. I already just said that. So those are the specials during celebration. Free gift with every 60 or 120 spent, no limit. Host a party or place an order of 300 or more and get $66 minimum in free merchandise. Usually you only get 36. And of course, if you join my team, you get free bonus gifts. And here are the gifts. You can choose from either 2 sets of Stampin' Up markers plus the free Handmade Designs exclusive stamp set. That's a $91 value before tax and shipping. Or you can add, you're like, I don't want markers. You add $30 more in value to the kit. So pick $155 instead of $125. So you pay $99, you pay tax, free shipping. You get a past paper pumpkin kit, 125 of your choice, plus one of those 2 bonus gifts. If you choose A with the free markers, you get that's a $286 value if you paid tax and shipping to me. Or if you choose B, that's a $213 value if you pay tax and shipping to me based on my tax rate. But you pay about $107, depending on where you live in your taxes. It's a no-brainer. If you're not already a Stampin' Up demonstrator and you live in the US, you should get the starter kit. You should be on my team. We're fun. We're awesome. We do so much cool stuff together. We have a Facebook group. We have recognition. We have incentives, challenges, creative challenges, opportunities to be presenters, and just so much stuff. So, and of course, you don't have to participate in any of that. Many people do not, and some do. So you can do whatever you want. Of course, you'll get a discount on your own purchases. So yeah, if you have any questions about any of this celebration stuff, let me know. But especially joining the team, that's the best deal. All right. We're fixing to get to the stamping. And just a reminder, or not a reminder, I'm going to say this for the first time. And actually, I'm lying. When I point the camera down, I just have a couple of show and tell things to show you, and then we'll start stamping. So today's class, as I already mentioned, has already been offered to my customers as something you could purchase. And thank you to everybody who purchased it. I'm trying to see, let me see if anyone's here who purchased it, who I've seen so far. Terry's here. And if anyone else is here and I missed your name, I apologize, but I haven't seen anyone else jump onto the Facebook yet, or I mean the video yet, saying hi. But lots of people ordered this ahead of time. Thank you guys very much. Hopefully you got your packet in time. As we know, we can't guarantee post office, but they were mailed last Friday. Anyway, so they already got it. But if you watch the video today and you decide, I would like for you to cut that paper for me and package it and mail it so I can just stamp and assemble at home, we got that for you too. Get today's class mailed to you free with an online order with this host code, which will be emailed out. I actually emailed it out at 9 a.m. and it's going to go out again at 1 p.m. today. And it's posted on my blog at 11 a.m. Central today, stamptherapist.com. Okay, that's the host code AHYTHBXW. By Sunday, February 2nd, if it's 35 or more, you get the card packet. If it's 50 or more, you get the card packet plus a free full Sunny Day Iridescent Dots. Be sure to use the host code to qualify. Kits and gift will be mailed by February 7th. Limit 1 per person, not part of my regular monthly ordering special. Okay, that's how you get today's class free. I'm going to point the camera down and show you a couple things and then get started. Okay, so good morning, Marcia. I'm like, how do I put the camera down? I don't know. I'm blanking out. Also, let me throw this back up on the screen. Are you right there? I'll put that host code right there on the screen for you so you can, when you decide you want the free class, you can order it. This is just my packet for today. As a reminder, the mini catalog is out. This is where Terrific Toadstools is from. Oh, I forgot to say that earlier, but Terrific Toadstools is what we're using today. Where is it? It's toward the back. I should have written the page number down, but that's okay. and Terrific Toadstool. Let's just look it up. I know I'm being too, my brain is going a million miles, so that's why I can't find it. Page 53, see right there. Terrific Toadstools, super cute bundle, and I'm making 4 cards with it today. It's on page 53 in the mini catalog, but it's just in the online store. That's the best place to go to shop online store because everything is there, including additional products that are not featured in catalogs. And then we're also going to use this Terrific or Toadstool Gardens designer paper, which is a 6x6 paper that is free with a $60 purchase, no limit. Spend $120, you can get 2 of those or anything else you want, no limit until the end of February or while supplies last. And those are the main 2 products I'm using today besides some ribbon and of course the Sunny Day embellishments, which where did I put mine? I did. Oh yeah, right here. Mine are very used because we use these for the crafting cruise as well. So I've used a ton of them, but this is what you get free if that online order is $50 or more. With that host code, you'll get a pack of those free, a brand new pack. Anyway, and I'm going to use some ribbon as well. Okay, so those are the products I'm using today. My show and tell, I just got these, I think yesterday or, well, a couple of days ago, my paper pumpkins for the month. And I actually have 4 of these kits available for sale. So if anyone missed out and is interested, but I just opened mine this morning and I was like, oh, wow, that is a wow of a kit for Valentine's. It's called Hearts for You. This is the stamp set. Interesting. They usually put other languages in there, but I don't know why they didn't. But you can see right there, there's the stamp set, but that's what the images in the stamp set look like. And it comes like this. I'll go ahead and fold this over. Okay. You get some twine. You get some glue, some giant glue dots. These little cute pink hearts. All my pink people. Pink hearts. Super cute. They're like epoxy. I haven't, dimensionals, of course, a real red Stampin' Spot. That's nice. These cards here, which they're not cards. I think they're that part of this card right here, but they look like little playing cards. Super cute. Super awesome envelopes, all red. Card bases. Look at this one. Can you see those hearts there? And, ooh, look at those hearts. Sort of the marbled elegance look. Ooh, those die cut hearts. They're all connected. Look at this one. And this card base. What else? Ooh, that's like a champagne foil. More champagne foil. I don't know if that's what they call it, but that's what I'm calling it. And of course, it's wrapped in tissue paper. So I have 4 of those available. And I'll probably be bringing them on the cruise to see if anybody wants them there if you don't want them. Okay. So I thought that was really cute. And then I got a couple cards in the mail. This one is from Linda. So it's like fun fold, insert. Super cute. Thank you, Linda. And of course, she sent me money, so that's always nice. And then my next card is, I forgot what it is. Oh, Eleanor. Eleanor is a customer who moved away, so she doesn't get to come to in-person anymore, but she wrote such a nice note about enabling her to be creative and make people happy, getting pretty handmade cards. It's an amazing hobby. Love, Eleanor. So thank you very much, Eleanor. Beautiful card, by the way, and I appreciate you. Okay, we are going to get started. Yay! Terry said she just finished cutting her paper correctly. Hey, Jackie, your favorite so far? D, is it the Toadstools paper? This is the Terrific Toadstools Bundle. I showed it last week because I actually made a card with it last week as well, but it's photopolymer. It's got the mushroom tops, the mushroom bottoms, grass, ladybug, etc. And again, I did show it on last week's video, and it has a coordinating punch, which is always awesome because they're so much faster, quick and easy, great for beginner stampers as well. And then here is that designer paper, which is 6x6 and free with a $60 purchase, but you get 48 sheets. There are 6, is it 6 designs? 5. Yeah, 6 designs. They are double-sided. And what was I going to say? Oh, everybody who took this from me got a free sheet of each design. I did not add that into the value or cost of the class. So those were free, your free gift, but you're going to use them up on your cards. Okay, so that's what we're using. Hopefully I gathered all my supplies, but we shall see. Luckily, they're all right around me since I packed nothing for this crafting cruise. And the order I'm going to make these in is the order of my printed instructions. So it's just in that order, or my typed instructions. So I'm going to cover up for now for those of you who didn't take the class, so it'll be a surprise, but I want to show you how detailed. This is a picture of the project up here, and then that's how detailed my instructions are. And then we've got all these step-by-step instructions for this first card. It is a fun fold. And then, you know, for the other cards, there's also still step-by-step instructions. So that's what my directions look like for all of my events. If you want to sign up for one in the future or get the tutorials only, you can get those during class registration, tutorials only. And if you missed the class registration and it's already closed, contact me and I'll set up a link for you to get a past class tutorial. Okay, so this card number one, it has a Melon Mambo card base, and this is exactly what their packets look like because this one got cut for me at the same time. But my husband, Scott, actually cut these packets for us, so thank you, Scott. And, okay, Melon Mambo, it's 5.5 by 8.5. 5.5 by 8.5. We are going to score it on each end, and you will need to score your own if you have the class packet, at 2 1/8 inch. So I'm going to put this to the 2 1/8 inch mark and score. The paper trimmer has the cutting and scoring included. And then I'll flip it around and do 2 1/8 inch again. And then when you fold that on the score marks, it's basically a gate fold that is the same size as a regular card. I don't have any regular cards in front of me, but here's an envelope. It will fit into your invitation size envelope, the Stampin' Up medium envelope, and it just opens like that. So scored at 2 1/8 and 2 1/8. By the way, I will have the measurements, even though I sell the tutorial separately. I will have the measurements for you on the blog at 11 a.m. Central today for all of 4 of these cards, along with recipe cards for all 4. Okay. Then, oh, I still need my scoring tool. I forgot, but it's fine. There's a piece of white here that's going to go inside the card. We're going to cut up some designer paper for this card. Then we have some Melon Mambo and basic white. These two are exactly the same size as double rectangles that are going to go inside the card. So they'll layer on top of each other, white matted by melon. I'll talk about that piece of melon in a second. That I was going to say something else, but I lost it. I don't know. Anyway, and then I have this label here, basic white, that's pre-die cut. And that label is from these dies right here, which are currently last chance. They are discounted to $6. And I use these all the time. They're called the Love of Spring. You do have to be a Paper Pumpkin subscriber to purchase these, because they are a paper pumpkin die, the Love of Spring. So make sure you subscribe to Paper Pumpkin. I just showed you that's our monthly class kit in the mail. It's a full all-inclusive kit every single month that always includes a stamp set, and it's $24.50 a month. Great deal. Anyway, 4 dies for $6. You've got the word love. I've used that multiple times in Valentine projects. And then this label here, which I love. I'm going to be sad when it is sold out. But right now, it's while supplies last over in the online store. So that's where that label came from. Okay, then last but not least, we have this piece of melon here. And it is a specific size, 3 by 5 1/4. 3 by 5 1/4. I'm going to have to refer to my instructions. I'm going to go ahead and do this even though it's number 8 on the instructions, because I don't do my video in order of the instructions. But if you're making these at home, I do recommend you do that, because you haven't made your project multiple times like me. Good morning, Lisa. Love the Toadstools. Can't wait to see what you create with them. Thank you. Thank you, Lisa. Awesome, Sue. Good morning, Terry. Good morning. Lori, awesome, no problem. The hearts, D, the hearts, yes. Yes, Sue, open that paper pumpkin. It's so good. Okay, so right here. This melon mambo, number 8, is 3 by 5 1/4. We're going to score it on the long side at 1. I'm like holding this. Let me get a ruler. I'm holding my finger over there on my instructions to read it. 1 inch, 3 1/4, and 4 1/4. And then we're going to cut it in half at 1 1/2 inches. And this doesn't have to be perfect. If you're like off a tiny bit, it won't make any difference. These are like pieces that you will be hidden in the card for pop-ups. Okay, so now you have 2 of those. They're 1 1/2 by, what was it, 5 1/4, and they're scored where I just said. That'll be on the blog at 11 a.m. Central. Okay, I think we have everything we need for this card now. Oh, and in the back of your packet, I pulled everything out at the beginning. In the very back is a piece of basic white. That's your scrap piece. So I do need the scrap for this card as well. Okay, so look at my card sample. I'm going to stamp this label first. I'm going to grab Melon Mambo ink. And on this one, I will stamp "You Are Magical" down at the bottom toward the left. And that is placed there on purpose so other things will be around it. "You Are Magical" is so cute. I love that font on the word magical. It's very whimsical, like whatever. Okay, then in Memento Black, this is the black pad I made myself. If you want to know how, let me know. But it is Memento ink in there. I'm going to stamp the ladybug, which is a solid, like shadow, I guess, image of a ladybug, like the body, over on the top left above you, the word "you." And then my nails, I forgot to file them and trim them. They're not so great today. Okay, that's all I'm going to stamp on there. Then I'm going to go to these scraps as well as one of these rectangles. By the way, this card is portrait up and down, but my pink and white on the inside are landscape rectangles. Okay, so for this card, I got the smaller of the 2 mushroom tops that fit in the punch, and I need to count these real quick. I think I need 3. Yes, I need 3 in Melon Mambo. I've got a nice firm surface underneath my table or underneath my stamping. I stepped away for a minute. Sorry if my voice goes down. I'm going to re-ink this pad real quick. Ellen Mambo. Want it a little darker. I'm just squeezing and swirling, so to say. Squeezing this and swirling on there. And I'm just going to kind of use the stamp to mix the ink around, tap it out, and flip this over. Nice and firm, several seconds. It's a lot darker now. But don't press hard on the stamp pad. That won't get you more ink. That gets you less ink. That's just darker than this one. Now, what did I say? I need 3. And then I'm going to, you could use your paper cutter, trimmer, I should say. You could use your paper trimmer. However, I'm just going to use scissors and cut around these so that I don't have any waste when I punch them out. I'm going to flip that upside down and punch it, and see, I don't want to punch that whole image right there. And when you punch these out, there is no white border. So you just center the image, and after you punch it, you'll see the little ring of whatever color you stamped in. I need 3 of these. And then I'm going to need 3 stems. And I'm using gray granite for that. Where is it? I'm using the stem that is punchable for these. So I need 3. Oh, and I need one other thing out of Melon Mambo. Hold on. This little piece here, I originally thought it was only the top of a tiny mushroom, which it can be. So it's like a little, you know, half moon shape with 3 little dots in it. However, then I saw someone else's sample and I was like, oh, that can also be the back of the ladybug. So I'm going to stamp that in Melon Mambo, but I will need to hand cut it out. There's no punch for that. Okay, then I'm going to use gray granite ink for this stem. Or, yeah, stem, I guess is the right word. Tapping lightly all over in different spots is going to give you much more ink, as I already mentioned, than pressing hard into these Stampin' Up! Ink pads. Let me trim this down. Save this white for other projects, and then I'm going to trim again. So again, not too much waste when I punch, and again, no white border. You could also just punch out the color of cardstock that you want for that stem, if you prefer. Space heater had to go off now. I mean, I turned it off, like, I don't want that right now. Let me go ahead and hand cut out this piece here. Grab the glasses. You can choose to leave the white border or not. It's, to me, easier to cut if you leave the white border, and I'm just going to leave it. But, you know, if you're picky about your stuff matching, like everything else doesn't have it, then you might not want to leave the white border. I even saw a sample on Pinterest, some cute card with this. I don't remember what the card was, but the person had hand cut out all of these images, and I assume it was so they could have the white border. So I'm not doing that, though. I will use the punch every time. Okay, now how are we doing over here? Good morning, Tommy. Good to see you. Julie, good morning. Okay, so now, so next on this one of your rectangles of basic white that will be landscape, we are going to stamp the grass image. So this grass image in this stamp set is like a solid blob of a half, it's straight on the bottom and then like curved at the top, and then fill it in with solid. So solid green, like I can't think of the word, like a half moon sort of shape. But then there's little holes etched out of it that will have no ink, and they're like little pieces of grass, just random little ones. So it's real cartoony, but super cute. So I'm going to stamp this in Granny Apple Green. Granny Apple Green at the bottom of this rectangle, hanging the bottom of the grass or the stamp off the edge, because I want to avoid a white line at the bottom. And again, tap, tap, tap with your ink pad. Don't press hard, and then let it sit there for a few seconds to get lots of good ink on that stamp. And then let me just wipe off in case there was any ink that transferred to my glass mat since I hung it off the edge. By the way, if you're noticing any colors labeled on here, they do not necessarily, they might match what I'm stamping it in, but I didn't label it for this. It was labeled for a different class that's over, so they might or might not match. Okay, next up is sky. So when you took this class, you got with your fee a blending brush, a small blending brush, which in my opinion, you can never have too many if you already do own some. But I would like to have more actually. I didn't get one free with my class. Not free, but included. Anyway, pool party. So we're gonna rub or tap or whatever you want to do your small blending brush into the pool party pad. And if you have a large one, that'll work too. Large blending brush. Then we're going to start on scratch paper or the glass mat, whichever you have, rolling and rubbing, and then roll onto your project. Always start on the scratch paper first, or you might get a really ugly blob like that, which you will not be able to smooth out and make disappear. Just trust me on that. You have to make the whole thing real dark. And by the way, most people are more heavy-handed than me, like in a good way. I don't know what my deal is. So your sky might be darker than mine. And I kind of messed up there and did a blob, but we'll just pretend we want the sky much bluer right there. But yeah, just add some blue sky. I don't know how well that's showing on the camera, but it is. I can definitely see the blue versus the white and then the green there. And I'm going to do that blue sky thing on 2 other cards today. Always clean off that glass mat. You don't want that ink getting on your next project. And this chamois comes with the Glass Mat Studio. Okay, now let's cut our designer paper. Okay, so this one is, I think, my favorite pattern from this paper, which is the white background with the mushrooms and grass and leaves and plants all over it. It's mainly melon mambo, but it's got some poppy parade and pumpkin pie and of course green and freesia as well. But that main big mushroom is melon mambo. And then we're also using these colored stripes, these stripes right here, which is like melon, pumpkin, granny apple green, and black thrown in there, and a little bit of freesia thrown in there. All different sizes going across from one side to the other, and they are like not perfectly even stripes. They're a little crooked and sort of look as if they were drawn. They're not totally solid. It kind of or they give me the feeling of fruit stripe gum also. Okay. These pieces, I need 4 of them, 2 from this design, 2 from this design. They will all 4 be the exact same size, which is, let me find it in my instructions, even though I believe, actually, I'm just going to measure it over here because this is 20-step instructions. And that's fine if you were reading along, but for me to visually find it right now, good luck. But it's 1 7/8 by 5 1/4. So. Testing. Okay. I think you can hear me now. I figured it out. Goodness, can you hear me now? Okay. I don't know why, but Robin said it blipped. That's when it undid my camera and it also undid the microphone I use. So I had to re-add the microphone back. So sorry. Okay, so I think all you missed was me repeating these measurements multiple times, which was 1 7/8 by 5 1/4, and the direction of the stripes going this direction. So just make sure you cut the stripes in the correct direction, 1 7/8 by 5 1/4. I think that's what you missed, and I don't know what's wrong. Like the nothing is actually getting unplugged. They are lying. Nothing is getting unplugged. I'm not even over there near my computer. Okay, so we've got 2 and 2, 1 7/8 by 5 1/4. And we're ready to put it together. So I'm going to do the inside pop-up part first to get that over with. That's the special part of this card, and then we can just finish assembling it. And by the way, I have to thank Yolanda Nixon in my team. Let me grab my Stampin' Seal for showing us how to do this at the new catalog kickoff. So if you took that event and you saw her video over in the Facebook group, you already know how to do this card. Yolanda, thank you very much again. Okay, so it is important you attach the inside pieces. So I'm going to place, and if you're going to stamp on it, do that first. Basic white, 5 1/4, 4 by 5 1/4 inside, and then my 2 inside designer papers. These need to be down and attached before you start putting the mechanisms in there to create the pop-up. Or whatever you're placing in here. You might be putting designer paper in the back. You might be putting some embossed paper, you know, whatever it is. However you decorate your card, put these 3 pieces down first. Then we're going to fold on the score marks of our little devices here to create our pop-up. And how this is getting attached is pretty simple, but I just want to emphasize my instructions. They're very, I've got photos, I've got it written, descriptively written, etc. But I'm just going to give you a visual right now. So this is what it looks like. It's like a partial rectangle when you fold it all with one piece missing right there. The smaller, the single short score mark side is getting attached to the inside top left, not all the way to the top, just a little ways down. And then if this card was opened at 90 degrees on the left, this other piece would be attached to form a rectangle when it's open. So it would get attached right there. And I'll show you how to do it easy, but that's the mechanics of it. Same thing on the other side, but opposite. So the short one will be on the right and it would be attached like this. If it was open, you'd see a rectangle there. So very simple. So what we'll do is put adhesive on this smaller flap. I'm going to do one at a time here. On the outside of the smaller flap, fold it over here, and I'm going to attach that just near-ish the top, but you know, at least a 1/2 inch or so down from the top of the card, and I'm attaching it to the inside of the left flap. And then we need adhesive only on the outer farthest away from this piece, which is 1 inch. So that 1 inch right there needs adhesive. And to remember how to do this, to close it, we're going to fold on not the first score mark here, but the second one. So there's the first one, there's the second one. Kind of close that. You'll have a blank piece and a sticky piece. Hold on, let me see. Make sure I'm doing it right. That's incorrect. Okay, we're going to fold it on the only on the sticky score mark. Oh, sorry. There's 2 different ways to do it. Yes. Jennifer's. Everybody start over. Okay, we're going to fold it on the second score mark. 1, 2. Fold it over. You'll have a blank piece that's not sticky and this piece that is sticky. And then you close the entire left side and stick it down. And when you open it, you have that rectangle I told you. Let me repeat that for this side. So we're going to take the single 1 inch flap and add adhesive. We're going to stick that a little, approximately a 1/2 inch or a little more than a 1/2 inch up from the right side score mark onto the right flap. Then we're going to add adhesive to the outer 1 inch piece. We're going to fold it on the number 2 score mark, 1, 2 from the left, 1, 2. No sticky here, and then close the entire card, left side. Okay, whew, that was scary. And then Just FYI, the way you close this card is you can't close one side and then the other. You close them both at the same time. And that's it. Super simple. I just made it sound super confusing. It's not. It's super simple. Now, FYI, our little rectangles here are going to get attached all the way to the left against the left flap, or all the way to the right against the right flap on these pieces here. So this is just to hold whatever you're popping up inside the card. Our bottom right will be the blank white one that is for journaling. Journaling. I'm thinking scrapbooking. Writing your note. And the top left is decorative. And then also I am going to align them with the top edge of the designer paper and the bottom edge of the designer paper when I stick them down, just for aesthetics. Okay, so that's it. You could modify these sizes of everything in general, like the width of this piece here, depending on what you need, and the width and length of these pieces here, making sure you don't expose this, or so you can modify it. All right, that is how it's going to go together. I'm going to do the front first here now. Hopefully that all made sense. You will be able to rewatch this. You can pause, rewind, all the stuff, and you have the written directions too if you took the class. Okay. Whew. That was scary, but I did it. Okay, I'm going to attach, what in the heck? I'm going to attach the mushroom designer papers to the front. One on the right, one on the left. Remember, if you want to close it, you have to close both sides at the same time. Don't be like me and make the mistake of trying to close one and then the other. That does not work. Okay, so both at the same time. And then you are magical. My little greeting here is going to go on the front, half and half. So I'm only going to put adhesive on the back left half. So I'm going to flip it upside down here. I've got the center line right there. I can see it, and I'm going to use Stampin' Dimensionals. Oh, Terry said, yeah, right. You got this, Terry. You've made much more complicated cards than this. You're a really good stamper. Actually, let's keep those right there. Okay, so I put 4 dimensionals. I used minis. You can use any size you want, but just on half, the left half. So that when it opens, that's a cute little thing as well. I'll grab the little tiny back of, oh my gosh, did I get muted again? Hold on. Okay. Ugh. Make sure, can somebody tell me you can still hear me, because my microphone, my thing, what's it called? Okay, thank you, Robin. The other camera came undone again. I'm getting so irritated. Okay, I gotta watch the comments. So I put a dimensional on the back of the ladybug, and I'm just gonna place that kind of floating here. See, it looks really cute. Thanks, Terry. Okay, then we'll take one of these mushrooms and assemble it. So I'm going to put adhesive on the top back of the mushroom stem and put it right there, where it goes on the mushroom. And then attach this to the right of the word magical. Let me see if I popped it up. Yes, with Stampin' Dimensionals. So I need to make sure these dimensionals. Thank you, Robin. I don't have a clue why it's doing that. The microphone's still working, so it's not what I have the camera plugged into, because the camera and the microphone are plugged into this thing that y'all can't see right here, this little thing. And that is plugged into my computer. So if the microphone's still working, so is the camera is still plugged in. Yet it says I disconnected it. Now I'm like doubting myself, but it's still good. Okay. Anyway, so dimensionals on the back of this, but you don't want dimensionals on the parts that are going to touch this. So just pay attention. The minis will be great for this. I'm going to put a dimensional like right there because that's going to touch just my white label. And I'll cut a little strip. Another reason I love the minis because the edges are so wide. A little strip there that'll help secure the stem. Actually, I think that'll be enough. You can put more if you want, though. And so this goes to the right of the word magical and fills in that white spot there. Okay, now let's do the inside. By the way, who else already has the tutorial for this is my team. I uploaded these to the Facebook group yesterday. And so my team got these already. This white piece here has a wider border on the left and right. That is, I'm going to say it's on purpose. It's because I followed Yolanda's measurements and that's what they are. And then I figured out that based on what she made, she wanted these minor melon mambo. I forgot what color hers were. I should have brought that card over here. I know I showed it to you guys last week on the video, but anyway, whatever color hers were, she wanted those to be this specific size for the card so that it kind of just fills in the space properly. But the whites didn't need to be the same size. So long story short, I made mine the same. You could modify that size if you want it to have more of an even border on the sides. It doesn't bother me, so it's fine. Okay, and then to attach both of these to the top and bottom, I'm just going to add adhesive to the top here of this Melon Mambo cardstock. And again, you want it to go all the way to the right and or left, but this one's the bottom one, so all the way to the right against your right side here. But I didn't mean to stick that yet. And align the bottom with the designer paper. I'm off. You get the idea though. And then same thing here on the top. So adhesive on the melon. And then all the way to the left and aligned with the designer paper at the top. I'm going to add the 2 mushrooms to the to this top piece. So let me assemble them, put a little adhesive at the top of the stems and attach those to the mushrooms. The back, I'm going to put 2 mushrooms on this grass here with the little sky. So the back one will be flat and the front one will be popped up. So what I'll do is add dimensionals at the top and just a little adhesive at the bottom. Let the stems kind of overlap there. It's super cute. And that is the completed card, except I'm going to tie it shut with a bow. So, oh, Xana, you're so nice. So you can make this card with anything you want. Yolanda used birthday stuff. Yes, birthday stuff. And the card, I'm sure it's over there on my display board, but y'all probably don't want to wait for me to run and grab it. Let me see. I did add some dots, some Sunny Day Iridescent Dots. So I'm now realizing I should have ordered more of these. I don't think I have any more. But I'm going to use these Melon Mambo dots. Here's my sample. I'm trying to figure out which ones I used. Yeah. So I put 2 large ones down here on the bottom right of the closed front cover. Or front. It's not a cover. Keep talking about this like it's an album. And then 1 on the top left. And then it's going to look really cute when we tie it shut with ribbon. Where did I put the base? Where did I put the thing that was behind that? Oh, right here. Okay, so the ribbon I used for this class is the iridescent striped trim. Yes, iridescent striped trim, which is a great ribbon for lots of stuff. It matches lots of things. It's fun and whimsical, kind of like this whole set and designer paper. And of course, it's iridescent, so it'll pick up whatever colors you're using as well. So I'm going to wrap it all the way around from the back, bring it to the front, and make the plus sign where you need someone's hand. I'm going to go ahead and flip it upside down and grab my reverse tweezers. And pinch that, and then just tie a bow. Normal bow. The one for this card, I've just been sliding off and on. So you can just slide it off and on once you've made the bow. But of course, if you give this to somebody, they're probably just going to pull on it, which is fine. Or you can tell them you can slide that if you want. So that's what it looks like. Thank you, Lori. Yes, Robin, I love it too. Marilyn, good morning. All right, so that is card number 1, card 1. Let's move on to card 2. Look at that ribbon right there. Okay, card 2. This card 2, I think, is my favorite one of these cards I made today. We'll see what you guys like. And this one is, whoops, picked up 2 cards. A basic white card base, 5.5 by 8.5. And it is, I'm going to put this sticky note right here because I'm afraid I'm going to forget. Just the standard 5.5 by 8.5. And we're just going to fold it in half with a bone folder, and it will be portrait erection. And then the next piece, or the next, all of the pieces here, you've got a piece of Melon Mambo as your next layer, and that will be, measurements on the blog at 11 a.m. Central. And then 2 die cut pieces. One is the same exact label I gave you on the previous card. Oh my gosh, Isabel Cotton. Good morning, Boots. Okay, that's the same label from the last card. I already gave a speech about that. And then these are my favorite new dies. The Everyday Arches dies from the online exclusives. They're right here. This is the 4th, 1, 2, 3, I believe the 4th from the largest size, cut in basic white, and these dies are a must-have on those. Okay. this, let me think here. Okay, I'll do my stamping, and then I'm going to do that, and then I'll cut the designer paper. Okay, so we're going to need our scraps again for stamping. We're going to stamp the several mushrooms for this one. Where's the other stem? Right here. Okay, so for this one, we need this sort of medium-ish size mushroom top that does not fit the punch in pumpkin pie. It'll have to be hand cut out. Does this pumpkin need re-inking? Let me test it. So all of these colors we're using on the crafting cruise practically, and they are packed. So I had to go to older pads for the video. Let me find the pumpkin pie refill. And I don't like to re-ink my ink pads unless I'm using them and need it, because why waste it? So I didn't re-ink this one either. Just like that melon. These are colors we're using on the crafting cruise as well. Hey, love it, stamp it. Good morning to you. Okay. So that one, and then there's this little image of 3 very small mushroom tops, which will fit on this stem that has 3 stems on it. But we're doing it a tiny bit different. So I'm going to stamp those and hand cut as well. Uh-oh. Brittany. Hello. Brittany's lunch alarm is going off. That's what's happening during these videos, which she doesn't understand that it's 10 o'clock. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. She's like, I'm going to lay down. She literally laid down on my arm. Okay, but no, you can't be up here. We got 4 cards to make. Okay, so there's that. Then we need Melon Mambo. The largest mushroom top, which will fit in the punch in Melon Mambo. And then the smaller mushroom that fits in the punch, we need that in Melon Mambo, but stamped off onto scratch paper. So I'm going to stamp this on scratch paper. Ink it up, obviously, stamp it on scratch paper, and then stamp it onto my card. Technically, I could have stamped it again from the previous card after I stamped it for the card. I could have stamped it a second time, but I forgot about that. And then we need stems. Lori said Brittany has become my video mascot. My cats, Robin says, my cats help me with work all the time. They love being on Teams calls with me. Oh my gosh. Lori was just going to ask about Brit. Yes, this cat. She's needy when she wants to be needy. And then other times she's like, whatever, I don't care. Okay, I need 1 stem that's going to be punched out. I need this largest stem that has this little thing in the middle that I don't know what that's called on a mushroom stem, but it's got like a little middle section there. That one I'll have to be hand cut out. And then the 3 stem one I'm going to have to hand cut out. Y'all get to watch me do all that. So, yay. Okay, so loosely cutting up. Oh, that'll be fine. Cutting around this stuff. Those are going to get hand cut out. These are going to get punched. No border, no white border. Punch these. I love the color of Melon Mambo stamped off. It's such a pretty pink color. And the stem. Those three are quick and easy. And then I was looking for the glasses, but they're on top of my head. I'm going to hand cut out these images, so I'll try to do this quickly. As you cut, if you cut for as long as you can without reopening your scissors, you'll get smoother cuts. So open them real wide. Cut from the closest to the base as you can versus from the tip. And turn the paper with your other hand that does not have the scissors in it to get smooth turns and cuts. So like right here, turn the paper. And I'm cutting out the other two stems and those other mushrooms. I did try, and I may have done it on my samples, I can't remember, but I tried to cut some of these without the white base, without the white edge or border, and then I decided that was too much trouble. It's a lot easier to cut it with a white border. But you can do whichever you choose or prefer, of course. Okay, and then I need the large or the medium sort of mushroom top. Then I need to look at my sample, but I only need 2 of these. Probably, I think it's one, the smaller one, and then one of the other ones. There's like a small one and then 2 that are about the same size. You just stamped the, did I do that on the last card? No. If you just stamped the, what am I trying to say? This 3 stem, then these 3 fit on top of it perfectly. Like you don't have to do any cutting. Kind of messed that up, so I'm going to go with this one. And Toadstool today, definitely Susan. Watching from Oviedo, Florida. I don't know how you say that, but thank you. Did it snow in Florida? Can't remember. Did it snow in Austin, Isabel? I can't remember that either. Okay, there's that one. Oh my goodness. These little ones are a little bit more challenging. Okay, there's all those pieces. My greeting is going to say, popping up to say hi. Eleanor, hello. I showed your card earlier, Eleanor. Good to see you here. We're on card 2 for anyone who just came in. Okay, so popping up to say hi. It has that fun font as well. Popping up is in the fun font, and to say hi is like a cute little typewriter below it, small. I'm just going to stamp everything crooked today. It's fine. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Okay, now I need to add some sky to the top of this arch. So I'll grab the Pool Party again. I went over this more, like with more instruction on the first card, so you can go back and listen to that if needed to understand why I'm starting on not on the project and all that stuff. And yours might be darker than mine, but put it against some white paper, you'll see that there is some blue sky on there. And you can make yours as dark as you want, but I used Pool Party and the small blending brush. By the way, after this video and after I do my video work, I have to start packing for the cruise, which I haven't started at all. Has anybody else started? I know some of y'all that are going are on here. I'm moving these so I can get my paper cutter and cut my designer paper. This is an easy cut. This is going to be, triple check myself over here. Yeah, 3 3/4 by 5. And the pattern I'm using is the paper, this one here. So it's a pink background, and then it has, nice, Susan's, oh, I did say your name right, or the name of your city right. You said, and it snowed not by me, Central Florida, like an hour from Disney. That's crazy. Same here, Susan, it snowed a few hours from me in Houston and other areas. Okay, so pay attention to the direction. It's 3 3/4. I'm going to cut that first because that's the smaller, so I'll have more scrap left over. I'll have all that left over by 5. And then that's going to go on this piece, the melon mambo, and then we are going to tie ribbon around it. Don't forget. So I'll have these left over. Dang, Robin. She's packed and her car's loaded. You're leaving for Houston at 2. Is it? I guess it's warming up in Houston already. The roads are probably fine, actually. I was going to say, are the roads okay? It's probably fine. Okay, y'all know I'm going to forget this ribbon. Okay, so I'm attaching the designer paper to the Melon Mambo cardstock. And then the, let me check these instructions. Cut your DSP, not attach. Attach the arch, then the mushrooms, blah, blah, blah. Now wrap your ribbon. Okay, so next we're going to attach the arch. It's going to be toward the top and toward the right. Maybe a 1/4 inch on each side, but not exact, just something to that effect. So attach the arch next, flat. Then we will add all the mushrooms. And for them, on pretty much all of them, I'm going to assemble them and then add dimensionals to the top part of the mushrooms and adhesive on the bottom, so they'll be flat at the bottom. So for this 3 stems here, we'll put the largest mushroom in the center, which is the tallest one. And then I'm going to put adhesive on the back of the left and right stem and put the larger of the small ones on the right and the smaller one on the left. Like that. Now I will add dimensionals to the top of the back of all 3 of these. And then I'll go back and add some adhesive at the bottom of all 3. that right off. Okay. Okay, let's put the left will be the largest one. It's going to hang off to the side a little bit there on the left. Then the medium will overlap that large one a little bit. And then the smallest ones here. And they're just going to kind of, oh, I forgot to add adhesive at the bottom. They're just going to progressively get a little bit lower. It'll be fine. So attach them like that. Tall, medium, short. And then popping up to say hi. Oh, no. Next is the ribbon. Next is the ribbon. See? Now tie the ribbon around it in a bow, just like I just did on the last card. So another tip on that is I like to leave it attached to the roll when I do this. This ribbon goes all the way around this piece and ties to the left. So again, I'm going to flip my project upside down. And then the ribbon, I will be able to move it up and down if needed. But in general, it goes across the bottom portion of the arch. And across the bottom of the 3 mushrooms. Isabel with the emojis. I see a frog. I can't tell what the other. Oh, a snowman. Yes. Refreezing. Oh my goodness. I thought I saw a robin. Oh yeah. I think the roads are fine. I'm spending time in the woodlands, and they don't get as much snow as Galveston. Crazy. That is crazy. The woodlands is where my sister-in-law lives, Robin. The woodlands. Okay, that bow looks kind of ugly. But whatever. So see how I'm just adjusting the bow, like height, up and down, left to right. You can just adjust it. I don't know why it turned out kind of wonky, but we don't have time for that on this video today. So it's going to be fine. And sometimes you can fix them when they're wonky. Just keep on messing with it. Trim from this side, no waste. Turned out okay. So the ribbon was at that point. Now you can attach it to the base or add this greeting, your choice. But this greeting will get Stampin' Dimensionals on the back. And then it will go down here, the bottom right of the arch, a little below the arch, a little to the right, hanging off and touching that ribbon as well. I feel like everything I'm doing today is crooked. Don't worry. It's straight on this sample. Look, I even twisted the ribbon on the back. My goodness. I feel that I'm rushing too much. Okay, this goes on our basic white card base. And then we will fill it in with gems. The Sunny Day Iridescent Dots. I did use Melon Mambo on this card as well. I might end up, where's that take your pick tool? I might end up using all of my pink dots on these cards today. We'll see. right there at the top right on the arch. And that is our finished card. Card 2. It's my favorite one. I love all the pink in it. Corinne just had a dusting, just enough for the grandkids to play. I love it. My sister-in-law sent me a picture of hers, and it was the same. It was like a dusting, but it was cute. And she said, I believe she got to stay home. And she was not complaining, she said. Not complaining, exactly. Okay, card number 3. Card 3. Right here. Card 3 is pretty simple. I mean, I do have to hand cut out something, but, you know, pretty simple. It has a pumpkin pie base. Pumpkin pie. And we'll just fold it in half with the bone folder. Align the 2 corners on the table. Super easy. Make them stay there. And then fold with the bone folder. This will be portrait up and down as well, just like the last card and this and the one before that. Then you have a piece of basic white, measurements on the blog at 11 a.m. Central. Then we have a pre-die cut basic white circle. This is the stylish shapes, of course, a what's the word? A staple dies that you kind of have to have banners, squares, and circles in there. So that's the circle. I have the measurement of that over on the blog at 11. And then we'll use our scraps as well. So I'll do my stamping first, then cut our designer paper for this one. And this on this card, I need to stamp. Grab it. If I can see what I need, I'll grab it. Okay. So on the circle, we're going to stamp this little bitty greeting, just a little thank you. It's like just a little, and then below that, thank you. It's typewriter, super cute, all lowercase, and it's really small. So that's going to go over here to the left of the circle. Just a little thank you. Then to the right will be the stem of the, or another stem, one I haven't used yet for mushrooms. This is a stem that has 2 at the top. It breaks out into 2. They kind of both just go straight up. They're not all wonky, curvy like the last one. And I'm just going to stamp that. No, I did not hang it off the bottom. Just over here on the right. Like that. And then on our scrap of white, we need it was perfect for snowballs, Corinne said. That is perfect. That's all you need. A couple of snowballs, you're good. The tiny mushroom top that can also be the back of the pumpkin, or the ladybug, and then the one we just used on the last card, which I'm calling medium-sized in pumpkin pie. Both that do not fit the punch. So we'll hand cut those out. One time when we had, like, this has been years now, we had a real big snow here at our house. This was not the whole ice storm thing that happened a couple of years ago. But anyway, our tree fell over in the front yard from the weight of all the snow. And now we don't have a tree in our front yard, and it's ugly. But anyway, then that happened to our neighbors more recently, and they already planted a new tree. I'm like, okay, trying to show us up, which I'm just being funny because we never planted a replacement tree, but they planted a replacement tree immediately. Yeah, our whole tree. And I think we saw it. I think Isabel was out there, or I think she saw it. I forgot now. We heard it though, for sure. It was like this huge cracking sound, and the tree flew over. Not into the house though, so that was fine. Anyway, all right, cut those out, super easy. They're going to go on top here. It's going to be really cute. And then we need 3 pieces of designer paper for this white here. They are 1 1/4. Make sure that's what it says in here. Yeah, 1 1/4 by 5 1/8. And the patterns are, let me check here because I know one is this stripe that we already used. One is the wood grain. And the other is this funky camouflage of psychedelic colors, which is super cute, but that's what it is. Okay, so I'm going to do the wood grain going up and down, top to bottom. The psychedelic, I'm going to do that also going up and down, top to bottom, Brittany's back. And the stripes are going to go sideways, just like the other stripes. Hello, Brittany. It's not time. It's not time. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. She wants to eat. I should tell Scott to just give her that chicken when I'm in the video so she'll stop. Stop. She thinks it's the, oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going to grab my paper cutter. Hello? Is that comfortable? Don't, not the camera, not the camera. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm going to attempt to cut all 3 of these at once. On this trimmer, you can cut, okay, get down. You can cut thin paper 2 or 3 at a time, but that's about it. Okay, so I have them all the direction I want to cut the 1 1/4 inch strip. And then 5 1/8. And then these stripes, hello, will go, or these strips, I should say. There are stripes on them, but will go on this white paper. There'll be a tiny little white border around them and in between each one, very tiny. And it'll make a background kind of like that. So I'm going to place them on, and this adhesive I use is really strong, but I'm still going to attempt to just not press too hard in case I decide I want to scooch the paper over any other direction a little bit. I'll do the left one and the right one. And then hopefully the middle will fit. And we'll see if I need to adjust anything. Not bad, not bad. It looks something like that. You may have a little thicker border, thinner border, depending on little imperfections when you cut your cardstock, or we cut this cardstock, but you can always trim it down a little bit more as well. And then that piece just goes on the front. Like I said, this card is top portrait, top to bottom. And the circle will go on with Stampin' Dimensionals, and the circle will be over toward the right lower of the card front. right lower. And then, of course, dimensionals on these mushroom tops. What are we doing? Oh my gosh, Corinne, your granddaughter's birthday, so she got to play in snow for the first time. How old is she? Or how old did she turn? Might fit. Okay, so I just did the dimensionals there, and then put your mushroom tops on. And then it's unfinished. We need a bow and some dots. So this one I am just going to do a bow. I'm going to do a bunny ears bow, 2 bunny ears or loops, 1 in each hand, left and right, lots of space in between, a tail on one side, and then it's still connected to the roll on the other when possible. The loops should pretty much be even. The lots of space in between is the most important part. And then you cross your one over the other. I'm crossing my right over the left, and the right will be in front, like towards my body. And then that same right one goes all the way around and gets pushed into the rabbit hole, and then you pull. I never twisted and turned the ribbon the whole time. The flatter you can keep it without any turns and twists, the prettier your bow will turn out. And then just adjust it to the size you need for your project by pulling on the tails or the loops or both, depending. This ribbon is not wired, but it kind of seems like it is, but it's not. No waste on that side. Even it out on that side, and you have your bow. Do a mini glue dot. Whoops. Peel this paper back until you see 1 dot. Press into the dot with your embellishment, pull it off, and this will go right in this bottom left-hand corner of the circle to fill in that blank spot. Super cute. And then we will add some Sunny Day Iridescent Dots. I didn't really describe these dots earlier, but you get small and large. They're super shiny. They are pretty thick. Like, you can't really tell there, but they're pretty thick, substantial dots. They're not like those flat ones. And they're very shiny. They call them iridescent, but here are the colors they are. Pumpkin, I believe it's Summer Sky or Coastal Cabana, and Mellow Mambo. So, okay, so I'm going to use the pumpkin ones. I'll put a small one down here in the space between the bow and the mushrooms and words. And then a large and small one up here to the top right of those, of the circle. Move that up a little bit because of the coloring in the designer paper, so that I don't hide it in that green. And that's it. That is card number 3. We have 1 more to go. This is the craft along. By the way, if you want this class for free, we've already cut it for you. We can mail it to you. Order with that host code. Go to my blog, stamptherapist.com, at 11 a.m. Central to see all the details on that offer. I'll also be emailing that out at 1 p.m. today, so you can join my email newsletter right now. The link is up here in Facebook and down here in YouTube. Okay, 1 more card to go. Card number 4. Card number 4. This is my other second favorite, where's my packet, card of the day. Just of my taste, you know, whatever. Even though I designed them, you know. And it's one of my favorite fun folds that we do, which now to me is super simple. So you start out with a 5.5 by 8 1/4 piece of paper. This is Mellow Mambo, 5.5 by 8 1/4, and you score it at 1.5 and 2.5 from each end. The trimmer here, 1.5. And and then 2.5. And then flip it around and do the same, 1.5, 2.5. By the way, if y'all are liking this video, or even if you're not, if you want to click the hearts and thumbs up and likes and smiley faces or whatever, that does help me out. Okay, so it's scored 2 times on each end. You will fold the 2 innermost score marks backward away from you, and the 2 outermost back toward you, like this. You can use your bone folder, of course, to make those folds better. And it will make this shape here, which is the front of your card. It fits again into the same invitation size envelope. We sell them in white and clear, just like if you cut your 8.5 by 11 in half and fold it in half like the other cards today. They all fit into the same size envelope, which this is the Stampin' Up! Medium envelope in white and clear, my favorite, clear. Okay, let me try to fold this a little bit more with the bone folder. I'm not very strong when I do this, so my cards don't get super flat, but I've seen flat ones. Other people are stronger than me. I figure mine will get flat when it's in an envelope and smashed down for a little bit. Okay, so there's the card front. In your packet, you have the 2 white pieces. One is for the front, but the other one is for the back. I did not stamp on mine, but you could stamp anything you want on there, matching images, sentiments, add some pieces of designer paper, all that stuff. But that's for the back, to be able to write on it. And then the other piece of white that's the exact same size is for the front, to go behind this main designer paper focal point that'll be there. Again, measurements, blog, 11 a.m. Central. Okay, then you have a rectangle of basic white for the front here. It'll go up and down, portrait, just like the card. And then this rectangle of Melon Mambo that has been die cut for you with these guys right here. Rectangle perennial postage dies, perennial postage. So it's like a postage stamp, but in a rectangle shape, which actually they are a rectangle. I can't remember. I think some stamps are a rectangle shape. Anyway, and that's where the white is going to go on to decorate the front of our card. And last but not least, a pre-die cut basic white stylish shapes dies. Those must-have dies for our greeting. Okay, for this card, we need our scratch paper again. I thought I abandoned, threw away the scratch paper. And what we're going to do, let me start with the rectangle. On the rectangle, we will stamp the grass image in Granny Apple Green at the bottom. Just like on the other one, this is just a smaller piece of paper. So I'm going to ink up the whole thing. Tap, tap, tap. Don't press hard. And just the center of the grass going over the bottom so that there's no white line. And just some grass there on the bottom. No, Brittany. She went and ate her food, and now she's coming back. Not the treat food, but the regular food. It's available to her 24/7, by the way. So don't complain, Brittany. I will add blue sky on this one in a minute, but let me stamp the rest. The card is going to say, of course, you are magical in Melon Mambo. So that will go on this banner. You are magical. And then mushrooms, we are going back to probably my favorite mushroom design, which is the medium size one that fits in the punch. We need 2 of them. Actually stamp them upside down here. Melon Mambo. Gave all the tips on how to stamp these on the first one. And we'll punch those out. And then 2 of the stems in gray granite. And it's the stem that punches out. Thank you, Valley Chick. Thanks, Corinne. Corinne, that is number 3. Oh, she is 3 years old. Okay, first time with snow, 3 years old. That's pretty good. Pretty good. At first I thought you meant card 3. But then I remembered what I asked you. For once I remembered. Okay, a couple of stems here in gray granite. I feel like I'm going to forget that part, so let me do that. Okay, so you have plenty of white in your packet, thank goodness, because I didn't stamp it out like I usually do because I ran out of time. So I said, give them a half a sheet. It'll be plenty. So I'm always nervous when I do that and don't test it first. Okay, so punch. You can see what I'm doing here, but if your punch won't reach an image, you may need to cut some paper off to get to it, you know? Like right there. It will not reach because this is too long. Couple of pieces. We're going to add that little sky there. And then assemble. Oh no, then I need to cut designer paper. Then we'll assemble. And we're using the last pattern. See, I used all that paper. I mean, you have some good scraps left, but used every pattern, shockingly, that comes with this set. We're going to use this one on the last card. Now, hey, oh my gosh, Marianne. Baby day. I was trying to read that, Marianne, and I thought it said birthday, and then it said 6 months, and I'm like, you do a 6-month birthday? But she said baby day. Luca's already 6 months old, so that's awesome. Oh yeah, let's cut the designer paper before we do that. Okay, designer paper. This pattern here, we're going to use this side. It's the like light green with pink shell snails, tiny ladybugs, and mushrooms and flowers and greenery all over. So it's got all the colors, freesia, pink, like melon, pumpkin pie, granny apple green, etc. Anyway, the size of the designer paper, we're going to use both sides is what I meant to say. So the back side has the pink, it's like light melon with dark melon lines going both directions, but at a slight diagonal, not fully diagonal, just slightly. And they're uneven and they're a little bit not solid. And yeah, kind of looks like you took a ruler and drew lines both directions, but weren't careful. Okay, so this designer paper is the center is 3 by 5 1/4, and you want to cut that one first to make sure your direction is correct and everything. 3 inches. By 5 1/4. And then that goes on that white piece. And then out of the leftover, you need 2 pieces, and they are 1 1/4 by 5 1/4. I'm going to cut the 5 1/4 first. And then 1 1/4. Ready? 1 1/4. I have a little bit a little strip left over. Trying to be a star today or what? You're just going to sit there on the side. Okay. She's just going to sit there, she says. Supposedly. I will go ahead and attach these designer paper pieces in the front part and then build this on there. So we have the 1 1/4 by 5 1/4 for the sides. It's this melon mambo with the lines on it. A really nice pattern for anything. It doesn't have to have anything to do with mushrooms or snails or ladybugs. The back side doesn't. And then I will attach this 3-inch designer paper to the basic white here. Just center it. And it will be a very tiny little white border. And then that goes on this front section here. That. Okay, then we'll attach the rectangle of white that has the grass on bottom and sky on top to the melon mambo rectangle. This rectangle will go toward the top center of the front, and the greeting goes below it. So you can kind of just lay those two out to figure out your spacing. How high or low do I want it? And then I did attach this rectangle, the perennial postage melon mambo rectangle flat. And then I attached the greeting with Stampin' Dimensionals. Doing over here. Love that paper. My favorite celebration item. Colors are awesome. It definitely is awesome. I don't even know what my favorite celebration item is. What is it? There's too many to pick from. This could definitely be at the top. And I like it a lot. I'm just saying. I'm not sure. Okay, greeting down there in dimensionals. And then I will assemble the mushrooms, so a little adhesive at the back top of the bases again, and place those on the mushrooms. That, and she thought I was trying to pet her. And then the back one will be flat. And the front one will have dimensionals at the top and adhesive at the bottom. Back and front, like they're overlapping each other. She's like, if I just sit here, maybe she'll get me some chicken. If I just sit here, I might get chicken. Okay, so back one a little lower and it'll be toward the right. Front one a little higher toward the left. They're both leaning. This one's on dimensionals. And then a bow. So I'm going to make another bunny ears bow with my ribbon. A semi-small bow for this one. Oh, she's watching. Oh, yeah. Her new thing is watching the security cameras in the living room, y'all. If you're going on the cruise, have me show you the video of her doing this. She sits in front of the TV directly because she was looking at the iPad just now. I was like, what are you doing? She's watching the iPad, which is showing this video. Anyway, she stares at it and she plays it with it like it's a game, and she hits things really hard. She'll jump up and put both paws on the TV and slap it, and it's like that. It's crazy. So she was looking at the iPad just now, like noticing things moving on there as well. That's what you do all day. That's why she doesn't hang out in here that much anymore. She's in there on the TV all day. Okay. So this one, the bow, medium-ish size bow. It will go on right here at the bottom of the mushrooms. Clean up a little bit here. And here at the base of the mushroom, like base meaning where they touch the grass. And then I'll add a couple of Melon Mambo Sunny Day Dots. I'm going to add a large one above the word magical and then a small one as well. And that, did I add the white? I need to glue the white to the back, but that is card number 4. Hello? That light is hot already. Don't do that. Light is hot. Hi. Say hi to everybody. Say hi. Look up. They want to see your face. There she is. Okay. Now I'm going to move her so I can show all the cards and show this one better. Sweet girl. Okay. Here's the original. Oh, it's supposed to be 2 more dots on this. Oh, I am using all my pink dots. Sorry. A large and small at the top left corner as well. Okay, that is card number 4 finished. Here's the original. Opens like that. I'm just showing that one because it has the white glued on the back. I'll do that later on my other one. That is card number 4. No, Valley Chick. I don't want to jinx anything, but she doesn't take off she doesn't run off with my stamping stuff. Knock on wood at this time. She does not do that. So that is a good thing. Okay, here are the 4 cards from today's video. This is also being offered as a class that you can not register for. You could, but now you can just take it by placing an online order with me with this host code by February 2nd. This card ribbon goes with this one. February 2nd, and then use that host code. If it's 35 or more, you will receive the class packet. If it is 50 or more, you'll receive the class packet and a brand new pack of Sunny Day Dots. In addition, and you'll get the PDF tutorial that my other people already received. But in addition, you can go to the blog right now and see the recipe cards, which just have the measurements, not the step-by-step, and the supply list. If you see any mistakes, let me know, please. But you can see that on the blog right now. And, of course, if you have any questions about anything today, let me know. Thank you, Holly. Thanks, Cindy. Terry, thank you. First one is your favorite. Oh, yes, Lori, for sure. I will. She says you'll miss her when she's gone, when I'm gone. And A, I will, and B, when I get back, usually she's super needy for about a week, which honestly, like, I like that because, you know, she'll be all friendly and stuff. Lori, my cat steals tape pieces for die cutting. Oh my goodness. Yeah, our other cat would mess. The one that Isabel stole from me. Are you still here, Isabel? She stole my other cat. She would mess with my stuff, but Brittany gets in here and she'll lay on stuff, but she doesn't take it away or really even play with it. Every once in a while, she'll swat at something on this one table and maybe knock it to the floor, but that's about it. So I'm lucky on that. Thanks, Lori. Hey, Diane in North Carolina. Cute cards, love the colors. Thank you, Nancy. Have fun on the cruise. Yes. Susan, no problem. Ramona, thank you. Julie says, hey, Brittany. Thanks for sharing, Julie. If I missed any comments, let me know. What did Robin say, Holly? Love the colors of this paper and the embellishments. Yes, these Sunny Day are really good. Sunny Day Dots are awesome. We'll be using those a lot on the cruise, actually. Anyway, if I missed anyone's comments, that is my fault, not but I'm not ignoring you on purpose. I would bring the camera back up to my face, but it's messed up. So hopefully that'll work next time I do a video. By the way, no live next week. I'll be on the cruise, and I definitely can't get my crap together to do that. But I will still have social media, so I'll be able to still answer questions and reply to things. It just might be a little even slower than normal. But any questions y'all have, let me know. I'm fixing to get ready to start packing all my stuff. Robin, Joy bites your cards and puts holes in them. Bad cat. Bad. Again, knock on wood. Brittany doesn't do that stuff at this time. All right. Well, everyone have a great day and a great week. I will see you in, not next week, but the following. So 2 weeks from now on a live. I should be showing my next ordering special on that one. Yes, girl. Susan. Ooh, it's your 5-year stamp anniversary. Awesome. Yes, I'll see you Saturday night at the, you know where we're going. I was going to say the name of the restaurant, but maybe I shouldn't say that. Anyway. All right. Everyone have a great day. Have a great week. I will see y'all later. Yes, watch for pictures for sure. Bye. Bye.